The list just gets longer. Karis LeVert and Jared Allen are both listed as questionable for tonight. What has been fun in this series is watching Donovan Mitchell. He has been a beast and by far the best player in this series. Browns have the chance to clinch a spot in the playoffs in their Thursday night matchup against the Jets, and things are pointing in Cleveland's way. The Browns are 7-point favorites, and with a red-hot Joe Flacco leading the charge, the Dog Pound has a lot to be excited about. Mobley had 21 and 10 against the Celtics in Game 2, so look for a defensive switch when it comes to Boston, putting Al Horford now to guard Mobley with Kristaps Porzingis still out. The ticket prices were crazy, but every fan in this building got their money's worth. Now, Caitlin Clark came out on fire, scoring 13 of the first 20 points for Iowa. She had 18 points in the first quarter alone.
Wondering if this would happen.
A lot of people were wondering, and now we clearly know what's happening. The Cavaliers have fired head coach J.B. Bickerstaff, as you said, after 5 seasons. This coming a week after the Cavs were bounced out of the Eastern Conference semifinals by the Boston Celtics in 5 games. Bickerstaff was named head coach back in 2019 when John Beilein was relieved of his duties. And in 2021, the Cavs gave Bickerstaff an extension through the 2026 season. And while Cleveland has improved each year with Bickerstaff under center, there were also huge dips in production after the All-Star break. Now, this is just the second time this season that these two teams have met. Cleveland walking away with that first game, but the difference between tonight and the first matchup is that Donovan Mitchell and Kyrie Irving both did not play. That's not the case tonight. They're both set to make their start. Take a look at your screen. Jared Allen, the 25-year-old center who's having the best season of his career. His points, his minutes, and his rebounds are all up. 30 double-doubles on the season, plus he's shooting 63%. Flacco will see his former team, who didn't re-sign him after the 2022 season and did not bring him back after Aaron Rodgers went down with that Achilles injury. Flacco was with the Jets for about 3 seasons with 9 starts. It didn't work out there for the veteran, but even through all of that, Flacco says there's no hard feelings when it comes to how he feels about the Jets. What's it say about Joe Flacco, considering he just got to this team a couple weeks ago and he's not afraid to just chuck that deep ball? It just doesn't seem like he's worried about anything. He's got that confidence, and I know that that's what comes along with the veteran quarterback, but that's clearly helped this team a lot.
Shout out to Andrew Berry.
I don't think we're having quiet games from Miles. It's just a lot going on with people trying to stop him and double teaming him, triple teaming him, which, like we talked about, opens up positions for guys like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better than myself.
For week 10, and just crazy that a lot of playoff implications are already on the line. What do you tell your teammates in a situation like this, especially when you're on the road? This is the first time Deshaun Watson is going to be in that stadium wearing a Browns jersey. And of course, Tuesday was the biggest win for the Cavs against the Boston Celtics as they rallied from 22 points down with 9 minutes left. Now, Dean Wade, man, just had a crazy, unbelievable fourth quarter with 20 points alone. Jim Shores talked a lot about, it's like he wanted his guys to celebrate. You see every time you guys are getting sacks or tackles, whatever it is, you guys are doing your dance, you're doing your moves and stuff like that. Do you feel like you've been a part of that camaraderie and the type of team prior?
I feel like I've been on a couple teams prior, but here is on a whole new level.
Out of the D-line, who would you say is probably like the most animated type of guy? It was a big game today. It was a fun game today. If you're a Browns fan, you're excited. It was Houston who had all the problems today. The Browns, especially Joe Flacco, was in a giving mood on this Christmas Eve day. Flacco presented wide receiver Amari Cooper with a few gifts this afternoon. The Browns would strike first on the ground, though, after a bomb to Cooper. Jerome Ford went in from 4 yards out, and the Browns jumped in front 7-0. And then after that, man, they never looked back. In the second quarter, Flacco uncorked a bomb to Cooper. This would turn into a 75-yard touchdown. Flacco passed for 368 yards and 3 scores. Cooper went for a franchise record 265 yards and a pair of touchdowns.